Hi, my name is Theresa Cull. I'm the current chair of the Los Alamos County Council, and I'm here to give you a summary of the meeting that we had on April 8th, 2025. The meeting started with comments from several members of the public who are concerned about the current golf course restaurant lease and want to see the lease rebid when the current lease expires in December. There was also one public comment on road safety and one supporting city's work. Also at the beginning of the meeting, there were two proclamations, one designating April 6th through the 12th as National Library Week in Los Alamos County, and one declaring April 21st through the 28th as International Dark Sky Week. There were 5 items on the consent agenda that were approved. Those included a services agreement with ChargePoint for additional electric vehicle equipment, an amendment with Rocky Mountain Golf Carts and Yamaha Motor Finance Corporation to delay the delivery of the electric car fleet to June 13th, approval of the Arts and Public Places funds for an informational sign for the Flower of Flight statue at the Nature Center, and a contract modification to extend the electric coordination agreement between the county and DOE for 6 months. An ordinance was introduced on the Wildland Urban Interface Code. The hearing for this ordinance is currently scheduled for the May 6th County Council meeting. There were 2 public hearings during the meeting. The first was an ordinance amending Chapter 38, Traffic and Vehicles relating to the use of handheld mobile communication devices while driving. Police Chief Scambalone brought this ordinance to council at our request. He mentioned during his presentation that there have been 44 traffic accidents in the first quarter of this year, and that 21 of those were due to driver inattention. Because this proposed ordinance was amended after it was introduced to allow the use of a radio microphone on a vehicle-mounted radio, which you typically see in emergency vehicles, Council voted 6-1 with Councilor Rieger opposed to amend the ordinance and bring it back for consideration at the May 6th County Council meeting. The second public hearing was for an ordinance amending the Code of Ordinances to add to Chapter 38, Traffic and Vehicles, a new Article 15 related to automated speed cameras. This was another ordinance brought to council at our request. During his presentation, Chief Scambalone mentioned that there have been 7,134 citations in Los Alamos since 2022, and about half of those were for speeding. Councilor Wrighty added that the pedestrian plan, which will be discussed later, shows that 57% of people identified speeding as a reason for not walking. There was a lot of discussion about this ordinance, including what it would cost to implement it, the process for implementing it, privacy concerns, and effectiveness. There are similar programs in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho that appear to be making a positive difference. After discussion, this ordinance narrowly passed by a 4-3 vote, with Councilors Hand, Neal Clinton, and Rieger opposed. The next step will be to consider the implementation costs during our budget hearings. Under business, the county assessor and chief deputy assessor gave a presentation on the property valuation and maintenance plan. That plan is included in the agenda package, and council approved the plan unanimously. Also under business, the Small Business Working Group introduced a presentation on Cities Work, which is a nonpartisan regulatory consulting initiative committed to increasing economic opportunity and fostering entrepreneurship in cities across the country. They partner with cities to make it cheaper, faster, and simpler to start a small business, all free of charge. Council unanimously approved engaging Cities Work to evaluate the county's permitting requirements and processes. County Manager Laurent will be the lead on the county side until the new Community Development Director is on board in May. Manager Laurent continued her presentation and discussion on the Metropolitan Redevelopment Area for downtown East Los Alamos. For details on that discussion, see the article in the Daily Post today on April 10th. Council voted unanimously to finish the MRA plan by the end of the summer. Finally, under business, We heard an initial presentation on the Los Alamos County Pedestrian Master Plan. The draft plan is included in the agenda package. Because of the late hour, we decided to move the first two items under council business, the 2025 legislative session update and the quarterly briefing on the sustainability initiatives, to May. The next item under council business was appointment of members to the Art in Public Places Board. There were 3 candidates for 2 positions. Andrew Wright and Anna Buckthorpe were approved to fill those vacancies. The rest of the meeting included the February 2025 County Manager's Report, which is included in the agenda package. Councilors gave Board and Commission liaison and working group reports, and we approved up to 3 councilors to attend the New Mexico Counties meeting in June and the NACO annual conference in July. The next council meetings will be budget meetings, scheduled for April 21 through 23 and 28 to 29 if needed. The first meeting in May is scheduled for May 6th, and that's my summary. Thank you.